A big hello and welcome to all our viewers joining us for this live discussion on our One Play Sports networks. Now, if you're under the impression that football isn't quite a religion in India, I have absolutely no doubt that by the end of this discussion, you will change your impression, because today I am being joined by Ashwin, Nitin and Shomu, who are members of Manjappada, which is the largest and the official fan club of Kerala Blasters FC. Guys, welcome to the show. It's great to have you.
Thank you so much, Anubhav.
Thank you, and even it's our honor to be here.
The honor certainly ours.
We welcome you to new users.
Thank you so much. I feel a bit out of place because of the fact that I'm not wearing yellow, but black and yellow, that's not a bad combination, is it?
Not at all, Anubhav. It's the home and away jersey, so I think we are good.
Lovely, absolutely fantastic. Now, Manjappada in Malayalam means the yellow army, but I think the yellow army, right, does not quite do justice as a description to what Manjappada actually is, right? You guys, of course, as I mentioned, are the largest and the official supporters club of Kerala Blasters FC. Some people might call you the largest fan club in India across all the different sports, right? You don't just have a presence in Kerala, but it's across India, across the world, I believe. I think members in 44 different countries all over the world, right? So tell us a bit more about what Manjappada means. How do you identify yourself?
See, basically, Manjappada, as you said, it's an yellow army. See, when wherever you might be knowing a famous advertisement line, wherever you go, our network follows. The same thing wherever Kerala Blasters goes, Manjappada follows. So that is our, that is how we started, and still we are doing the same, and it will be the same in future as well. So that is how we are going. So, and there is a one correction. It's in 55 countries as of now. Today 55. We have seen it's 55 countries as of now. So hopefully we'll be reaching out more, and we have been awarded twice the best fan club award in India, and we feel proud because we have we have defeated Mumbai Indians fans group, Bharat Army, and other Blue Pilgrims, and those are the biggest fans base. See, beating a cricket fans group is something a bigger achievement. I think that says everything. So we are very happy, and we are really proud of what we have done so far.
Absolutely. So I was right when I said that you guys aren't just the largest fan club of Kerala Blasters FC, but the largest fan club period in India.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. Shomu, you spoke a bit about the start, right? I believe this was sometime in 2014 when you first established your Facebook page. It was started by 3 members, right? 3 members. And today you've grown to multiple lakhs of followers that you have, not just on Facebook, but across different social media platforms and across the world, right? So tell us a bit about this journey. Of course, we have lots of other questions that we want to be asking you. So, but in summarize what this journey has been over the past 5 years, how you've grown by, manyfold.
Yeah. Okay. See, basically, it has been started by 3 guys during it started when it has been announced. That is like on the May 27th, we have started a fans page. Okay, like it was it is like one of the many fans pages which were then has been started, but slowly we moved into bringing more fans under a community. Then in 2016 we have started the WhatsApp group. Okay, initially we started with a 50-member WhatsApp group. That is the limit for the maximum then. We realized that then we realized that 50 is just it's nothing. So that is when we expanded created WhatsApp groups for all the districts in Kerala. That is 14 districts in Kerala. Okay, then slowly to Chennai, then Bangalore, then Mumbai, then Delhi, and it was like almost Goa, Jamshedpur, Odisha, Kolkata. Then apart from this, we had our WhatsApp groups in UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait. Then we have rest of all the world into one group called Global. And see, from there it has been, growing step by step. I can say it's like step by step we have grown up and we are still growing and we have learning as well. We are learning a lot of things. Okay, and now, as I said, we got more than 5 lakh followers across social media and
Absolutely.
around 50,000 in our WhatsApp as a member. So I think that's a small journey which we have started. It's basically, see, many can say blah blah blah. We are the blah blah of Indian football, but I can say we are the ambassadors of Indian football. Why? Because
Absolutely.
wherever when Indian team played, we were there to support them. See, so that is why we call. See, it's not like saying something. It's actually what we have proven. Already we have proved it. So, ambassadors of Indian football. That's what we believe, and we work for that. Even in future, we'll keep on working on that.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad, Shomo, that you mentioned that you're ambassadors of Indian football, because oftentimes, people might just associate you and associate your support with Kerala Blasters FC, but you support the Indian national team as well. And in fact, whenever an Indian club, even though it's not Kerala Blasters FC, might be taking part in, say, the AFC Champions League, where they're competing with the clubs from all over the world, right? Or all over Asia, you and the entire Manjappada crew will be there to support that club, will be there to support the national team. So hats off to you guys for the lovely support that we see. Ashwin, Nitin, question for both of you. I read somewhere that the Kerala Blasters Football Club was founded, I think, in 2014, right? So it's only been 6 years since the founding of the club. Now, look, of course, you have lots of ultras all over the world, right? You have the Inter Milan ultras, you have Manchester United ultras, the hardcore, religious, fanatical fans that you have, right? But a lot of those clubs were established in the late 1800s. I think 1878 was when, say, Manchester United was established, around the same time that an Inter Milan was established as well, right? Since it's only been a 6-year runway for the Kerala Blasters FC, how have you managed to galvanize such support in the span of 6 years? What is it different about your group compared to, say, the groups of rival teams playing in the ISL?
Okay, so as you know, football has always been in the blood of Kerala, like Malayali. Football is always a part of their life. If you go to Malabar area, like of Kerala, especially Malappuram and all, like there are football grounds in every 2 kilometers you can find a football ground, and there are a lot more sevens tournaments happening over there all around Kerala. It is like that, and so the football fever was always there. And when the ISL came, we actually at that point of time the Kerala didn't have a club to support. We didn't have an I-League team. Like it was long back when we had a team, an FC Cochin, or maybe the SBT, Kerala Police and all. That was long back. So we didn't have a club to support. And so much of passion was like, it's like a pressure cooker situation, you can say. So it was there already. And when the club came, then everyone started supporting the club. Everyone, when the people started coming around, and the stadium was full, and then every one of us started finding ourselves in the stands. Like there was a place for us, all of us, in the stands. So it's something like a belonging. You can say that's how the fans are made. Like we find ourselves in the stands. There is a feeling of that the belonging over there. It's like that. And the second part. Bringing all these fans together and coordinating everything, it's part of efficient management. So that came in the later part. Like initially it was like a few people, and then it started growing gradually. And now you can see what it has become. And we are like half of 50,000 members, active members in WhatsApp, and the Facebook.
Absolutely. So absolutely. Ashwin, I'm curious to know, you mentioned that you won the award for the best fan group, the best supporters club in 2018, in 2020 as well. Who did you lose out to in 2019?
I think we lost out to the Chennai Super Kings fans, if I'm not wrong. The Yellow Army. Another Yellow Army, coincidentally.
Right. What's it about the color yellow? What's it about the color yellow that makes it such a color to cherish, and that makes for fanatical fan groups that support teams wearing yellow?
I think it's just a mere coincidence. And I think losing out to Chennai Super Kings, the official Yellow Army, I think one of the main reasons was because we had not realized the importance of having our presence on Twitter at that point, and the poll was held on Twitter. And I think that was an eye-opener for us as well, that we have to move to all social platforms to establish ourselves. And I think by the time we could, I think it was a very close fight. And we did not have it. All of our members were not on Twitter. And we learned that lesson the next year. And I think we got the award rightful. What is rightfully ours was captured back.
Absolutely. You got replaced by the Chennai Super Kings in 2019, but then you dethroned them again in 2020. And now, as you said, you rightfully have captured what was previously your territory. Now, tell me something, based upon some of the pictures that I've seen, based upon some of the matches that I've seen on TV, I see that in the section where you guys sit, right, there's a massive flag which says "Rise like a Phoenix," right? So tell us a bit about this flag. Who came up with the line "Rise like a Phoenix"? What does it signify? What is it symbolic of?
So basically, it's like when you see before season, it was an not good season for us. So that is when we thought, we need to pump up our players, as well as we have to instill some confidence in fans as well. As a representative of a fans group, we coordinate most of the fans. So what we thought was we have to instill some strong, confident, message. So that is why we came up with this one, Rise like a Phoenix. So it's like, so where that should inspire the players. So that is what our thought was. It was like it is not like a single person. It's like a whole working committee and whole core has come up with these ideas, different ideas we thought, and that is how we come to. So it is not like, basically that's the difference between other fans group and us. It's like we come up with a team. We rather work. Rather we don't work as individual. We work as a team.
Right.
So it's like these ideas come as a team, and that is how it turned out.
Understood. So look, I'm pretty sure it must have required a Herculean sort of effort to actually get that flag I'm not sure how you guys created it, how you guys actually brought it to the stadium, how you guys actually made sure that, you attached it where it should have been attached. Do you guys work closely with the club as well, with representatives at the club? How do you receive funding? Are you guys completely self-funded, or does the club support you with regard to, your finances, your monetary needs?
All our the tifos which you see on TV or all the banners are self-made, like all are contributed voluntarily, all fan contribution. So far, like the club has not contributed anything to it, so it's all voluntary contributions of our members.
Understood.
That's how it's made.
Fascinating. You've, of course, spent a fair bit of time talking to us about the origins of not just Kerala Blasters FC, but also the origins of Manjappada. Tell us about some crazy stories, some crazy incidents. When you have crazy fans who are thronging the stadium for every single game, not just home, but also away, I'm pretty sure there must have been crazy stories about, some encounters, experiences, watching the game, watching the team that you love. Do you remember any encounters? Could be personal, or could be, other encounters that you've heard of other fans, of other members of Manjappada?
I think one of the experiences I had was this was before BFC entered the ISL.
Okay.
I was there in the stands of West Block for a match between BFC and April 25th AFC Cup match. And I think that's where the chant originated. CK Vinith and Reno Anto were there for that match as well, and they were in the West Block as well. And BFC had not entered ISL yet. And that was where the banter started, and I was there experiencing it, and I was alone in the stands, and I couldn't give it back that day, but I was telling myself that, okay, I'll be back to the stadium one day with my club, and I'll be giving it back to you guys that day with my friends. I think that is one of the, and I think that's the start of the rivalry. So it was fun. It was good fun, but it was a personal experience because I could see the banter right in front of me.
Lovely. So Ashwin's all about playing fire with fire. What about you, Nitin? I'll come to Shomu as well.
Yeah, I live in Mumbai actually, so
Okay.
I have a fair bit of friends in the West Coast Brigade, which is the supporters club of Mumbai. So before the match and after the match, we are like really great friends. They are like really nice people. When you go inside the stand and like you can see with them like sitting just across you and like they are giving a nice amount of banter and we are giving it back inside the stadium and then you go out again and then you're friends again. So
Right.
nothing like whatever happens in the stands stays in the stands. Nothing that doesn't matter outside. So your friends outside, like it's not like it's rival, not enemy, that kind of stuff outside. So when
Absolutely.
in the stands, it is like live the moment to the fullest, enjoy the moment, give the do the banters and give it back to them, whether it's their home or not. It doesn't matter if it's their
Right.
home or no. Wherever we go, it's our home. So we always give it back, whatever we get. So yeah, nice
Brilliant.
experience going to all the away matches.
Absolutely. And I'm pretty sure, since you guys are traveling home and away, right?
Yeah,
The away fans typically are the hardcore fans, right? The ones who actually travel all across the country. So the fact that you're doing that just is a testament to how fanatical your support is. Show, I'm going to ask you a slightly modified version of the same question that I asked Ashwin and Nitin. Ashwin talked about lots of chants. I think Nitin alluded to some of the chants that you have as well. Why don't you perhaps sing us one of your favorite chants, and maybe Ashwin and Nitin can join you in unison as well. You can pre-decide which chant you want to sing, and then we could have the three of you singing. And if I know
uh,
some words, I can join in as well, maybe.
I don't think it's the right kind of atmosphere for
Okay.
the chant.
Understood. We'll save it. We'll save it for
Yeah,
the next
we'll
time, and
save it for later.
I think it just
fantastic.
comes out naturally.
Yeah,
Yeah, we probably need like the adrenaline of the match
yeah,
environment for that to come out naturally. So
yes,
if you guys sing right now, it might be a bit inorganic. We definitely don't want that.
yeah, exactly.
The one thing that I have to ask you is like, it's fair to say that football isn't quite a religion in India as yet. Of course, there's certain parts, right, Kerala, where football is a religion, but not as much of a religion as, say, cricket is, especially cricket being a religion all over the country, right? What is Kerala, what is Manjappada doing differently, right? I know you spoke about the group being more united compared to the fan groups of rival clubs, right? But I'm pretty sure it's not just a case of unity. It's probably something else. Are the others not making quite the same effort that you guys made that resulted in the gargantuan growth that you've seen? How can we actually perhaps use communities that exist all over the country in making football more popular as a sport in India, because it still isn't remotely close to being as popular as, say, a cricket is? What can we extract from your model, from the model of Manjappada?
Okay. When it
Basically,
comes,
if you see,
yeah, so go ahead.
correct.
No, no,
Okay.
you go ahead.
See. Okay. See, we don't want to go into what others are doing or something. See, but we can say one thing. Manjapada. So after start, once Manjapada has become a force or something. See, what we are always trying to do is that. See, if you see different. What others are following is like maybe bringing the European chant culture, fan culture, or something. So that sort of things are happening. But what we are doing is that we are bringing the Desi version, a localized version of our own chants, our own culture, so that we can make people sync with football. So that is what we are doing. So what happens is that like everyone, even people who don't follow football can also follow us. And see, we have created a new fan culture. That is what I can say that is something unique about Manjapada. See, and other thing is that if you see, because of fans groups like Manjapada, even Indian football is also growing,
Right.
and hopefully all other fans groups also are contributing on their own for the growth of football. So hopefully we'll have a good footballing culture in near future, which will enable us to make people more come to the field, play football, and do wonders for our country.
And
Absolutely.
I want to add one more thing to that. So if you see all the European fans or European clubs, if you go there and experience that, you can see that it is all those are deep rooted into their community.
Right.
All the fanism, all the club philosophies, and everything that these fans stand for are deep rooted in their community. If you go to Liverpool, they have their own songs to sing, they have their own stories to tell, they have their own ideology.
Hmm.
And if you go to Manchester, it is entirely different. So it is all deep rooted into their community. So in India, there are lots of places, but only a few places are known for football, especially Kerala and Goa and Kolkata. So in these
Right.
places, you can see that there is a deep sense of community among the people. Like they feel that they are playing for something that that we believe in. So that sense of community is is in these places. In a metropolitan city like Delhi or Mumbai, you can't find it like that. Like
Right.
people come from different backgrounds. Like they don't know what the club stands for or what the fan stands for. But here, I want to tell something about another aspect which we concentrate a lot on, the charity and the CSR activities which we do apart from football. So
Hmm.
the charity activities and the CSR activities that we do, during the flood time, we went to people's home and we helped them clean it out, clean all the places. We distributed the relief material in far places in where there are the tribal areas. We distributed there also. So people come to know about these fan groups like that. Like they know that these are people who are our own, and
Absolutely.
they stand for something that we believe in. So that sense of the fanism and the ultras, like every the ultras
Around every 2 kilometers. Like you may find more than a ground or two in every 2 kilometers. And
Right.
I think when Manjappada came together, it was these people who are playing together. And it was a known network. And that
Right.
network just grew bigger like a chain reaction. So it was very easy for us to coordinate things because people know each other, and then just that network just grew bigger and bigger. And it
Right.
expanded. These people are working outside in different states. So when they go, they make friends over there. So they bring up that network together. So it just expanded quite quickly
Right.
than we expected, and
But
it
I,
went well.
but Ashwin, you said it was easy for you to expand. I'm pretty sure in hindsight, you feel it must have been easy, but when starting out, of course, it must have been very, very difficult. And in fact, that's a question that one of our viewers has for all of you. Vipul Sachdeva here asking you, how did you gather the support/fans initially when you started off as a WhatsApp group? And I'll just add like a second part of this question. I was reading somewhere that you guys are actually very structured and organized, right? I think initially you were functioning as a parliament, had the same organization as like a parliamentary system, but then you moved on to a democratic sort of system as well, after, the membership was growing. So tell us more about the organization, the structure, of course, within the broader group of Manjappada, right? You have many subgroups as well that are distributed all over the country, all over the world as well, right? Where you have like different leaders who are in charge of their respective subgroups. So tell us more about how this massive machine, despite its size, is such a well-oiled, well-functioning machine.
Okay. So we told you that we have started our fan group in all the 14 districts of Kerala and beyond Kerala.
Mhm.
So right now within India there are 25 branches. You can say branches. We call it as wings. So we have 25 wings within India, and abroad is something else. So when we started it like that, like we started one WhatsApp group, and quickly the people started sharing the links, and it grew. It grew automatically, and we had spent a lot of time and effort in that also. And people came in, and then we thought that we realized that we need to be more structured if we want to manage this big fan group. And then we moved on to this parliamentary type of structure, as you told. So it was something similar to our like what the government system that we have in India. Like the wings, all these wings are the grassroots level, and from those wings, uh, certain members will be selected to become the executive members of that wing, and they will be the ones who will be controlling the activities and doing activities, in fact, in those wings. And so that is the district executive committee, that we call it like that. And then there is a state core committee, where there are like more than 60 members,
Mm-hmm.
three or four each from all the wings, all the 25 plus wings which we have all around the world. So 60 members from all over India. So these people know what is happening in their wings, in their respective districts, and they
Right.
will be communicating everything to these districts. So it is like the parliament. You can call the state core as the parliament of Manjappada.
Right.
And above that, to make the decisions, we have elected 13 members. 13 members, we call it as a working committee. So they are the governing body of Manjappada. They make all the important decisions and everything. So whatever happens in Manjappada is always a collective decision. There is no one person is not deciding anything. There's no
Absolutely.
personal interest in here. Everything that happens here is a collective.
Absolutely. And I
So,
think you
yeah,
changed the system, right? Because initially I think it was one person who was making all the decisions, but then you realized that one person was oftentimes
yeah,
acting as a bottleneck as well, right? And all the decisions were being slowed down only because it was too much work for that one person to be
yes,
making all the decisions. After which you actually changed to a democratic style where you have like a
yes,
committee, right, making all the decisions, and maybe there's some sort of voting as well. I'm not sure exactly about that,
yes,
but
yes,
of course it's a more communal process as opposed to just being
yes,
a person who's calling all the shots.
yeah. When one person is controlling everything, more questions will come. Like more people will be asking, like, why is he doing that? Why is that happening like this? When it's a collective decision, when it's a community sort of thing, then there is no question. Everyone has to accept what is being decided as a collective.
Absolutely. Well summed up. So, all of this like sounds like a lot of work. I'm pretty sure it must have been a lot of work when you first were organizing everything. But now that everything's put in place, you can focus on, whatever your respective, whatever your particular individual roles and responsibilities are. So tell me something. I mean, how do you divide your time between what your full-time activity is, what your work is, and this? What's the distribution of time like? Because I'm guessing you guys have other professions as well. This is probably something you do on the side as a part-time
Yes.
hobby, perhaps, right? So tell me a bit more about when the season is going on, when you're in the thick of things. How do you actually distribute and divide your time between Kerala Blasters and your other work, your other professions?
I think when the season starts, the other profession just takes a backseat. When I was just kidding, yeah. So one, like if you notice
Why you
the
know? Why you? I
Bangalore
didn't think you
match,
were kidding.
the Bangalore
God,
match I think has equal number of crowd as what we have in Kochi. So and it is considered as one of the biggest rivalries of Indian football. So before, I think even a month or two before the match actually is going to begin, we start our preparations. We get our approval from the working committee. We tell them this is what we are going to do. This is what we have in plan. These are the banners we are going to get in place. So we have to purchase the materials. We have to go draw these banner paintings. We have to find artists. We have to get the designing done. And there's a lot of work. You have to go. Somebody has to go and purchase the materials. Somebody has to go and find artists, find a space to draw, find a space for that to dry somewhere. So I think what we do is people have not complained that we don't have time. People have always been open to come forward and tell us, okay, I can give my flat to you. I remember, I think a couple of years back, one of our members told us that he can give his association's auditorium. And that's where we did the entire work. And the next year we used our the ground which we play regularly. We spoke to them and we got that place for free. So people have been supportive. And I think how we balance is like Nitin said, we have a committee and it's not one person. It's not like if Ashwin doesn't go today, work is going to get stopped over there. So if I'm not able to go, there are other 10 people in the committee, or there are other members who can come. And one more important thing, when we do the paintings and everything, what we do is we put a note on our WhatsApp groups telling this is a location where the painting is happening. People, you don't have to be an artist to come and fill the paints. You just need to be there. So we call people for help, and people who are close by in that area, or people just come, people throng, and we have a lot of people to get things done. And like he said earlier, it's not one person who's doing it, it's a team, it's a collective effort. It's always been a collective effort. So even if somebody is not there, there's somebody else to pitch in and get the work done ultimately.
Absolutely makes sense. And out of curiosity, what do you do though professionally? Shomu sir, we can start with you.
Yeah, tell me.
I was asking, what do you? You can hear me, right? I was asking you, what do you all do professionally? I know this is something you do on the side as a hobbyist, but what do you do full time?
See, professional. See, I was working as a corporate fundraiser, but I have quit that, and for the last 3 years, I am doing my freelance fundraising.
Oh,
I work as consultant for some NGOs as well. So, and that is how I am. That's what I'm living. Living for my bread or something. But see, beyond that, as you say, it's like, see, everyone. Mostly, there are guys who travel across all the cities for matches. There are. I know few of them, and I used to travel at least. South India. At least I would. Normally travel. So see, the guys who travel for all matches, they have, they book tickets in advance. So see, that is how we plan in such a way that we'll ensure that maximum we travel a lot. So it's all, it's 2 months or 1 month. Once the schedule is out, our next, thing is that how we can, what all matches we can travel. See, everyone have their own commitments. Being a pro, everyone have their own role, but how we can inculcate that, into our passion. So that is how we work. So once schedule is out, we'll try to book tickets. Even we arrange Manjappada as a group. We travel for most of the South matches. And even I remember last, we went to Bengaluru. It was like 27,000 was the total capacity that day, and I suspect it should be around 18 to 19,000 should be Kerala Blasters fans, and out of which, as per our calculation, as per our list, we had around 13,000 Manjappada fans has traveled to Bengaluru. See, when I say 13,000 fans traveled to Bengaluru, we have our own members around 3,000, 3,500 have also from Bengaluru itself has come. So that is how we travel. So even see, we got lot of plans. See, actually, if this year has been an open for all, we had lot of plans actually. Even we had planned to book a bogie of a train to go for matches. So that is what we have planned. But now it's almost like a closed door matches. So we have to see how we'll go forward.
That's definitely a shame. That's definitely a shame. That matches that take place behind closed doors because of the testing times that we're experiencing as a result of COVID. But nothing can be done about that.
No, we cannot say it as a shame. See, this is how we are facing now. So we have, see, that is a challenge what we are, rather than we cannot say it's a shame. See, this is a challenge. Everyone will have a challenges. So and this is one it's a challenge common to the world. So we have to be united, and we have to overcome these challenges, whatever governments and WHO are saying. So that is how we have to go forward.
Absolutely. No, I mean, I'm also looking at it as a challenge, but of course, it's a shame given what we're facing right now. If there was a choice between facing this and not facing this, I would rather not face this, right? That's why I said it's a shame. But, there's absolutely no doubting the support that you have, the numbers that you talked about, which is why we have Abhishek Prabhu, who's a traveling fan, who mentions here we support Team both in their ups and downs, and I have absolutely no doubt about that. There's only one consistency. There's only one inconsistency that I found when I was going through my research. I do know that there was a stage when, because of maybe frustrations stemming from the poor performances from the team, there was a mass boycott that was planned. Was that just as a result of perhaps, the team not quite playing well? Because I do know that you guys do very vocally and publicly claim that Manjappada does support the team through thick and thin. So was it just a case of poor performances that you saw from the team, as a result of which this mass boycott was planned?
No, see, boycott, let me be put on record straight. Manjappada has never boycotted any of the KBFC match till date, and you can make it, you can mark it. We will not do that in future as well. Okay, and boycott, it has been some social media campaign has been run by some few people, which has been done by some other. If you can watch matches of boycott when it has been boycotted, you can see Manjappada stand is always colorful like ever. So there will be never, see, that's what I am saying. See, it's not been boycotted by Manjappada, but few fans have done that, but that's not from Manjappada. And officially, Manjappada has never called for a boycott in their social media. See, social media is a face of Manjappada. So in social media, we never said that we'll boycott a match, or we have never called for a boycott. See, there are lot of, as you know, there are a lot of social media pages or handles which they have called for, and few of them have boycotted, and we have not boycotted. We are reiterating once again that we will be with the team. I will come back to what I said initially. Wherever Kerala does go, Manjappada follows. So no question of boycotting or no question of something. We will be with the team. As Abhishek said, when ups or down, we will be there always. So I think most of our guys have, see, last year 9 home matches of the people in Kerala. I know a lot of people have come for 9 matches as well, and even they have traveled for away matches as well. So that is how we work. And let me take an example. See, Kerala, it's in fact every fan, need their team to win. See, but we have to understand there will be ups and downs as well. So that is what we are, see, what we are, making fans understand the thing. Right. So it is, see,
and you're definitely being successful, in making all the fans understand, which is very clear. As you said, that despite the ups and downs, you still have lots of fans thronging into the stadium. The one question that Anis is asking us here, and feel free to answer this, Nitin, as well as Ashwin. He's saying, how do Manjappada manage to get fans in stadium during bad days of the team when the team is in the bottom 4 of the table? How can you still, inject energy and enthusiasm in the stands, which is something that you guys do on a consistent basis? So what is the formula? What is the secret success? Is it just a part of the ethos and culture of Manjappada?
Yep. So if you see the stands last year, maybe I think it was in the Bengaluru match, BFC match at Kochi. That was one of the matches where the people in the stands, especially Manjappada stand, was the most vocal.
Right.
Every match, whether it is good or bad, the result may be bad, but whether it's good or bad, Manjappada, the people within Manjappada, we give our 100% in the stands, and more people join us after seeing our enthusiasm in the stands. The way we, the last BFC match, the way we encouraged the team, the way we chanted, a lot more people are looking up to that. There are people who are looking at the results. I'm not saying that. There are people looking at that, but there are a section of people who are looking at the way we support the team.
Right.
So that is the factor which is attracting people towards our organization, and bringing enthusiasm before match is easy. Every match, everyone is enthusiastic about every match. Whether the last match was a 5-0, it doesn't matter. The next match we are enthusiastic same way where we stood in the start of the season. So right. The enthusiasm is always there. But towards the end of the match, maybe it will be people might be a little sad. But the next match, it's all the same. Like the enthusiasm is always there, and
Absolutely.
then you give like the players are giving their 100% on the field, the same way we are giving our 100% on the stand.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, Nathan.
Yeah.
No, one more thing just wanted to add that was it is important to spread that awareness that nobody is going there to play to lose.
Yes.
Right.
Like we know that they're going there to play and win. They're not going. It's not an examination where everybody can pass. It's a game where one has to lose or it'll. It's going to be a draw. I think as moderators, we have been responsible to set the right awareness, set the right vibe over there before a match, after the match. Like we encourage healthy criticism, but we make sure that people in the group are not let down by the results. We bring in positive energy in the group because that is where we live day in, day out. And that's where everything resonates from the WhatsApp groups where we have into the Facebook groups. Even if you see Manjapada's post after a game, the posts that we put are not criticizing the team. We know we went down, but we are with the team even then.
Absolutely.
And I think that is what sets a lot of them who did not go for the match regretted later, including me. I was in Bangalore. I had a screening in Bangalore because that was the first time we defeated BFC after they came into ISL. And everybody who did not go into the match, their words in our WhatsApp groups was that, "Oh my God, I should have been there on that day. How did I miss it?"
Right.
I could have gone, but I did not go. I missed it. It's the biggest regret of my life. So you can't always go there and win. And this unexpected win over there made sure that people missed something very, very important in their life. Like a win against arch rivals at home is a very, very big thing for us. And that was exact words of people like, "Oh my God, why did I not go for this match?"
Absolutely. Just goes to show that oftentimes the tone of voice and the messaging, right, trickling down from the leadership to all the members, oftentimes sets the tone, sets the attitude within that group, and it's very contagious, as you very rightly pointed out, Ashwin as well as Nitin. Here's Anis, who's also saying we have seen Manjappada in Qatar Stadium as well when Team India was playing. Initially, at the very start of the conversation, Shomu sir, Ashwin, Nitin, you guys mentioned that you're ambassadors of Indian football as a whole. And this comment coming in from Anis sheds light on that fact. Of course, you spoke about the rivalry between Kerala Blasters FC as well as Bengaluru FC, right? I was reading somewhere, right? I'm not sure exactly what the bone of contention here was, but there was some sort of stadium capture or something that was planned where you guys meted out some sort of challenge to the Bengaluru fans, and you guys perhaps planned on taking over the stadium. I'm not sure if I understood correctly, but if you guys can perhaps talk a little bit about this banter, this friendly exchange between fans from Bengaluru FC as well as fans from Kerala Blasters FC.
I think living there in Bangalore.
I think Ashwin should say.
Yeah, So I was brought up in Chennai. I moved to Bangalore in 2015. So I have to take banters from the Chennai NFC fans from my school, college. The BFC, Nitin pointed earlier, it stays inside the stand. And after the final whistle is blown, we don't take it forward. And if you remember, there was an online conversation going on between Kerala Blaster fan and a Mohan Bagan fan recently about who had the maximum attendance at Kandirwa. Was it the Mohan Bagan fans when they met BFC earlier, or was it the Kerala Blasters fan? And BFC's Parth Jindal, he came on Twitter and he said Kerala Blasters were much, much ahead in numbers that day than Mohan Bagan fans. So for somebody like Parth to acknowledge that itself is it's a very big credit for us. I think we have been very successful in doing it. And I think if I mean, on a banter note, if it wasn't for us, they normally don't get their chance.
Dish the banter here as well. My concluding question, I'll see if there are any other questions that actually come from the viewers who are watching this. But from my side, my concluding question to you is, what are some of your future plans? Of course, you've seen tremendous amount of growth that Shomuso had explained at the start of the conversation. What are some of the future plans to maintain this growth? If not maintain this growth, then perhaps, exceed the growth that you've seen so far. What do you have in mind? Nitin, Shomusa?
See, coming to future,
Yes, Shomusa, go on.
See, future plans. See, definitely, as earlier Nitin said, we have given a lot to community as well. See, this year mostly it will be a closed one. Okay, so we have to ensure. See, our primary objective this year we should have more. Most of the people, experience the digital. Digital world. See, now
Right.
Everyone has to watch the match either on mobile or TV or something. So we have to, create an awareness. Or already there are a lot of people are into digital world, but we have to do more on that. So that is one side of that. Coming to what as a Manjappada, what we are looking to is that we have to contribute more to the community, especially to the footballing community, because we had lot of plans this year, which I cannot reveal as of now because we don't want to reveal that. But because of this pandemic situation, we cannot. We are not able to do that. But definitely once this period gets over, definitely we'll be executing all those plans. And see, at the end of the day, and one more thing, what we are making people understand or creating awareness is that I'll tell you an example. Wycombe Wanderers has moved into championship after 133 years. Okay. Yes. So we are only 6 years.
Right.
In 6 years, we are into playoffs. So this is what we are trying to make people, fans, understand that it's not a 1 day, 2 day process. It takes time. We have to give time. So this is also awareness. So these sort of things we are doing. Let us hope. We believe that this year our Blasters will do well. Whether do well, bad, good, up, down, whatever it is that. Our awareness, creating awareness will be enhanced now, so that people follow football. It's not on both times, like whether win or lose. They should be following it rather than that. If team wins, we will follow. When some of the fans groups troll us saying that you don't have cups. But let us say one thing: if we are not here, if we are becoming fans by seeing cup, we are not a fans. We are a glory hunters. Right. So that is where that is the difference between other fans groups and us. We are here for love of football, love of Kerala Blasters, love of Kerala. So that is what we are here. So and that is what we will work for it. Okay, and all these works will definitely help Indian football as well. So that is what we are doing now.
Absolutely, brilliantly summed up. We saw so much support, so many comments from everyone who tuned in for this chat. I can't count the number of these yellow love signs, yellow heart signs that I've seen throughout the chat. Just to show a couple of them. Here's one. Here's another one. Here's a third one. But we've seen plenty of them throughout the chat. The one question that I want to conclude with that came from a viewer, and I'm just trying to find that question right now so that I can pull it up. Yes, it's Midhun who's asking, I want to get involved in this passion. Give me some opportunity to be in this fan group for people who don't quite know how exactly they can get involved. What would you like to tell them? What are ways in which they can perhaps, contribute to this movement that you guys have created?
Yeah. So for people, I'll tell you how I joined. I texted the Manjappada Instagram page and I told them I want to be a part of Manjappada. Somebody got back to me. They told me, okay, give us your phone number. And they asked me where I'm from. And and I told I'm from Bangalore. So they took my number, they gave it to the Bangalore representative, and the Bangalore representative contacted me and added me to the WhatsApp group. So for everybody out there who wants to join Manjappada, you are always, when we are welcoming you with both hands, irrespective of where you're from, what you do. You just have to reach out to our Facebook page or our Instagram page. Just send in a message, DM us telling that you want to join, and we'll get back to you immediately, and you'll be there as one of our own.
Fantastic. Beautifully summed up, Ashwin. I think this comment, blasters till I die, definitely sums up the pure passion that all of you have for Kerala Blasters FC. And you talked about how you sent an Instagram message to the actual page. I'm not sure who the person is who's controlling the Instagram handle of Kerala Blasters FC or of Manjappada, but whoever that person might be, might just expect or might just see a message coming from me as well. Thank you so much. One guys, our One Play Sports Network. We can have many more conversations on our One Play Sports Networks with you guys in the future as well. Thank you to all our viewers for having joined us. If you still haven't followed our pages across the different social media platforms on which we're broadcasting this, on Facebook, on YouTube, as well as Twitter, then definitely give us a like as well as a subscribe, as a follow as well. Until next time, we'll see you again. Stay safe, take care, and cheers.